Hello to everyone. What's up? How's your Sunday? Can you guys hear me okay? Okay. Let's see here. So, something that just really drives me crazy is the body cams. For some reason, I just can't get over it. So, I'm going to be digging like deep into the body cameras and trying to find out exactly why they don't have them. Why do they not have body cams? I'm trying to find out exactly. Let me turn that down. So, I've been reading up on some Oklahoma law, and it seems to me that there should be body cameras. Let's see who all we got in here. And then I want your opinions on what you think about body cameras. Do you think that all law enforcement should carry or should wear body cameras and have them on at all times, except, like if they got to go to the bathroom? Like in Sedgwick County, they have to keep their body cameras on, and the only time they can turn them off is, I think, like it's 10 minutes max, but they have to get permission from the supervisor to even turn their body cameras off. So, I mean, I'm sure different areas are different and depending on the sheriff, but no body cams? I would think a body cam would be more in favor to protect the officer. I mean, did everybody forget about the defund the police situation? Because we're going to go over that too. Because I was never for the defund the police. But when you go start talking about defunding the police, that's when they started like yanking money for the cameras and pulling money from the police departments. Did everybody forget about that? I'm just curious. Do we remember the Black Lives Movement and defund the police? I was one that was on the side of do not defund the police. This is crazy. And started taking their money away in several cities. As a matter of fact, where Floyd was from, I think they still have that area where they defunded the police. We'll see. We'll look it up. That was in Minnesota. But I was never one for the defund the police. I want to dig into, there's got to be a way, it's got to be an open record. So I'm going to find out and see where Texas County gets their money. I mean, how do they get their money? How are they funded? And then who exactly is running that money? I would think it'd be a county commissioner or something. Then I might just go over there and start asking questions myself. Because I'm really curious. And then I'm going, hi, strange suspicion in the house. We love strange suspicion. So that's my big deal. I don't understand no body cameras, and they have them, and they're transporting these prisoners, and even Pullman police. If we look at the video, which we will, they take their body cameras off for these 5. Why is that? Why would they be taking their body cameras? I'll tell you, the sheriff, he told me they could use them or not use them, and they choose not to use them. This was in the very beginning, because I noticed none of them had body cams. But I've talked to several Guyman police when I've been in Guyman, and every one of them I've ever seen had body cams on. But the ones transporting these prisoners. Why is that? What's the deal with body cams? And the way I understand it, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, the reason Guyman police is helping do the reason Guyman police is helping transport prisoners is because there's not enough. They don't have enough people to transport. And then there's another situation I caught during that live the other day of transporting the 5 is the main girl at the front at the front door that scans everybody. If there was a situation, she'd have had a problem because she had no radio. And the sheriff was there talking to her about it, was telling her what to do, and she informs him she has no radio. So again, how well funded is Texas County? Where is their funds going? I don't know. I mean, surely they're not going to the scooters there in town. I mean, I heard a rumor that the sheriff owns them scooters. I don't know, but surely they're not going to that. That was his own thing. I'm not accusing anybody of anything. This is a YouTube channel. It's for entertainment purposes only. But, I mean, somebody needs to find out where their money's going. If they got body cameras and they're not wearing them, there's a problem. And if they don't got body cameras, why aren't they funded to have body cameras? Yeah, I mean, I'm strange. I'm glad you remember. It was defund the police. I mean, it was crazy. So we're going to go over that tonight because I'm still having an issue with it. I think all law enforcement should wear body camera. I think it's safer for whoever you're dealing with in the public, and it's a hell of a lot safer for the officer. And if you are a good officer and you're not doing anything wrong, you're not going to be upset that you have to wear a body camera. And according to what I've seen, it looks like it's your law that you have to. So I'm gonna have an attorney look at that. So it looks like I'm not an attorney. I'll tell you that 1,000 times. But it looks like the way your law is written, you're supposed to be wearing them body cams. I don't see anywhere written in there that the sheriff can decide whether they want to or not wear the body cams. There's a lot strange in Oklahoma. Like, it almost seems like your sheriffs have more power than even, say, your state police, and that don't seem right. Like in Kansas, you have your city police, and then the county overrules the city, and then state overrule the county. So you guys got things a little backwards here in the state, it seems. But you also go elect a guy that his cousin is one of the 5 that unalived Veronica and Jilian, and he ran for sheriff in Cimarron County, and he got it. Yet his truck was involved in this case, and in the paperwork he found a trailer on his property and called it in that a trailer showed up that he knew nothing about. Weird. Really weird. And how is his cousin being the sheriff over in Cimarron, is that going to affect this case at all? Is it going to affect the five that's been arrested? I mean, what kind of influence is the Cimarron sheriff going to try to put towards this Texas County case? Like, get it to Oklahoma City where they have enough room for it and they can handle this case. So glad everybody can show up. I'm still reading comments here. I say this 1,000 times. Glad everybody's here. I'm very thankful for the mods. They do a really good job. 75% of the time I'm showing a video, I cannot see the chat. They keep chat under control. You know, I did start the super sticker stuff. It's at the bottom. Do not use it yet, because I'm going to start doing using it on the shenanigans nights. And then that money will go to CW or to go to a charity. We'll figure it out one way or another. But I am tired of one particular, actually there's 2 creators that seem to want to really bash this show. And hey, I like me some shenanigans. So I'm gonna start reviewing their videos of them talking about my show. So if you're a normal subscriber, which 90% of you are in here, we don't want no drama. So don't come to the shenanigans. I do want to keep this as a respected channel, but I do pay a lot of money to have this channel. I don't do it for free. Like I pay the $4.80 for StreamYard. Otherwise, I'd just start another channel just to go over the shenanigans. But so it'll be late night. Hopefully, the ones that don't want to be involved are sleeping. So let's see here. Rock, from what I know, the county commissioners set the budget. Let me highlight that. Rock, from what I know, the county commissioners set the budget for each department. Then the sheriff determines how it's spent. Exactly. But is that a public record, you think, Elle? Because it should be. Like anybody in that area that pays taxes should be able to go in and have them open the books. Yes, this channel will cost you zero. Nothing. You're here. You're never going to be gone unless you make bad mistakes. And y'all know what they miss. That's a troll. I would think it'd be a public record. I'm going to find out. So, I wish I knew how to put up a poll. I'm going to have to figure out how to do a poll because I don't know how to do a poll. But I'm telling you, being from law enforcement and still having family in law enforcement, then body cameras are very important. And for the public, body cameras are very important. If you have one rogue officer that's not doing right things, they just might get caught on that body camera. And if they have to wear them all the time, they would get caught on it. So why are they not wearing them? I mean, I was one of the advocates out there, don't defund the police. I'm gonna bring up something from the defunding the police from a long time ago. Because you can't on one hand say defund the police when all that crap was going on, and then on the other hand have all this equipment and not be using it. And it looks like they dropped a lot of money into their drone, which I'm okay with that. Heck, one of my best friends runs the drone for Wichita PD and Sedgwick County. The drone is very, very helpful, but so is body cam. Strange, according to the sheriff, he told me they can choose whether or not they want to wear body cam. But the way I'm reading the law in Oklahoma, you have to wear body cam. It's under the Guardian system. That's what they call it, the Guardian system, and I'm going to go over that. But under the Guardian system for the state of Oklahoma, they have to wear body cam. It says body video. Well, body video, isn't that body cam? I'll show it to you here in a minute. And then we'll go back and I'll just show you briefly them going in and out of that courthouse. In and out of the courthouse with these prisoners, and there's no body cam. And that's also in there. Oh, it'll be late. Late when? I don't know, probably 11:30. Yeah, Jamie, when is her late night stream? Later, I missed what she said. So strange, I never know when I'm going to do the late night stream, but I've just been thinking about it all day. There's a couple of videos that's been put out, and I'm just going to go over them. Listen, if that crazy lady wants her name out there, well, it's going to be crazy, because that's what she is, and I'll show her crazy. It's just some of these people, they just want to. I am against defund the police. I am too. That's why I'm wondering. I got you. Strange, I got you. Okay. Let's see here. Listen, I usually don't even want anybody else's drama, but they're bringing me to the drama, and there's a difference. You start throwing my name in the drama, then you leave me no choice but to stand up. You do videos about me, You leave me no choice but to stand up. You accuse me of sending you all my mods. Like, what the hell's that all about? Looks like I got my mods, and I got damn good mods. So, got great mods. Okay, hold on. So, I'm just gonna look up something real quick. Because I think we need to go back in time before we go over today. What was defund the police all about? You know, remember? Black Lives Matter? And I believe in Minnesota, they still don't have a police department in that area. But let's check it out. Before I go over the Oklahoma, what I see as the Oklahoma law. And I could be reading it wrong, but I don't think man, what does this here? Rock, you are reacting to drama, not starting it. Know who you mean. Cuckoo. Yeah, she's very cuckoo. And I'm done with her cuckoo. And the dude, too. That this case is a dead end. You know, he had to go do a video about that, which we addressed, but he never apologized, so he's still fair game as far as I'm concerned. He never apologized. You know, we're talking about a case that we are deeply involved in. Let me share this. We're going to go over a little bit of something. Again, I have a really hard time. See here? Alberta is still trying to create a new police force for the province. Yeah, I mean, it's so crazy. Okay, hold on. Let me share this. This part I didn't look up before I came on. But, of course, I am not for defunding the police. But let's see. What did defund the police? This was 3 years ago. Let's check it out. I'm trying to make a statement here. You've got Ellie dealing with 5 murderers and no body cams. And why are they not wearing body cams? And why does the city of Guyman always wear body cams, but while they're transporting these prisoners, no body cams? Like, I'm going to show you why I'm asking questions. But I want to go back to the whole defund the police, and they're trying to take the budgets away and all that. But then you have a department that has body cams, and I believe has a budget, and they're not using it. Like, I think y'all should be asking questions where your money's going. But let's listen to this. I'm going to go to another one. Hold on. Find that one. I opened a few tabs. I just want you guys to remember that we had defund our police. Yes, where is Oblivious? We love Oblivious too. And yes, all lives matter. I am not promoting Black Lives Matter at all. What I'm trying to bring back into the scene is 90% of us, I think, here love our law enforcement, and we fight for our law enforcement. None of us want to defund the police. So on the same token, why are we paying for body cams, radios, and then them not using them? And the other day, the lady, like I said, at the front that opens the door and scans everybody, she tells the sheriff she don't even have a radio. So somebody needs to look into their budget and find out why. Is it because they're not available? Who had her radio? Because if anybody should have had a radio, she should have been the one with the radio. She was right up there at the front. We're going to go over a couple more.
Defunding the police. What is that? You've heard the chants. You've seen the social media tags. Defund the police. It's the latest movement of the offshoot out of the Black Lives Matter movement. To take that literally would lead one to believe we would just empty the police stations and either have chaos in the streets or a variety of citizen patrols that would start popping up across the neighborhoods. But it's not as black and white as it sounds, and it requires some explanation. Allison sent us this email asking us to do just that. Perhaps you can look at the defund the police issue. KTVB has been having people answer a survey on it, but I think it needs further clarification for the public. Without it, the survey has the effect of dividing the public without allowing a deeper conversation on what police reform actually would and could mean. So we reached out to Boise State University professor of criminal justice, Dr. Bill King, who has spent some time in Ohio and in Texas before moving to Boise. He says, while taking money away from police departments would be part of the plan, the goal would be a shift of money rather than just taking it away. And this movement has been decades in the making. And this militarization of the police, yeah, it's certainly been a thing.
You know, when people are like, hey, it looked like they got more militarized, they did. And, you know, when people have been talking about it since the late 1990s, it was starting before September 11th.
So more militarized, what does that look like then to like just the average citizen?
A couple things. One, you know, visible equipment. You know, so more, you know, more visible body armor, right? Like a vest you wear outside. Armored vehicles and surplus armored vehicles from the military. More carbines, AR-15s, M16s, things like that. So that, you know, that's one like kind of visible stuff you can see. Two, special units, SWAT teams, and then like these, you know, warrant units, drug task forces, jump out squads. So, you know, those are visible. And then the third thing has been, it's been cultural. It's been training in this warrior culture. Everybody has to go home alive at night. Very like a war on crime perspective.
So you said this has been happening since kind of like the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, we're kind of seeing people's reaction to that, and the phrase and the movement right now is defund the police.
Yes.
What exactly is that?
It isn't no funding for the police, and it isn't advocating for disbanding police agencies. And so less funding would be, the argument is that the police intervene in a lot of situations where maybe they're not the best equipped. Mental health, school discipline, homelessness, addiction. We would call it like victimless crimes like drug addiction and drug possession. And so the argument is that if we fund police agencies less and we ask them to pull back from doing those activities and focus only on crime, we can take those savings and pass them on to social service agencies, you know, for mental health and addiction services in schools, job programs, things like that.
Dr. King says this isn't the first time we've seen a shift, or at least a call for one, in how America polices itself. He says back around 1900, departments were told to focus only on crime, stay away from all that other stuff, and it stayed that way until around the 1970s. And that's when they noticed all this focusing only on crime, well, caused a distant rift between the police and their community. Surprise, right? That, he says, was the impetus for community policing, which is something we see a lot of here in the Treasure Valley, and something the Treasure Valley police departments and sheriff's offices have refocused on for a while. The results have been pretty good. And perhaps that's why Boise Mayor Lauren McLean says she was not in favor of defunding the police when she was asked about it yesterday. By the way, the Boise Police Department accounts for 28% of this year's city budget, which is more than $70 million. $130,000 of that is spent on a mental health coordinator. Just one, a civilian who gets called in during a mental health crisis to help that person instead of using a patrol officer.
Okay, correct. Diamond Police does use their body cam, and they do have them. I agree with that. I've talked to Diamond several times, and they've always had their body cams on. But when we go look at when the Fabulous Five, which suck, they're not fabulous, come, there's Diamond Police in there, and you can see where their body cameras go, but they don't have them on. In one of my lives, I asked one of the sheriff officers, why are you not wearing body cam? And it was at Paul Grice's. Okay, no, actually it was on the May 19th one, or May 15th one. They said, we got enough surveillance here. We don't need body cameras. So that means while they're in the car, there's no body cameras. Maybe if that body camera's on, we could explain where the paperclip came from after they all went through there. We'll go over that again real quick too. I'll make sure that it's quick. But again, So we go through um, fighting for the police and them not getting defunded to them not using the equipment that our taxpayers' money is paying for. So let's do one more, defund the police. I'm just curious because it was big.
People in cities across the entire country have been calling to defund the police, and now more questions are rising about what that would look like. So Megan Yoder is looking into this, and this morning she explains.
It's a rallying cry for protesters.
What do we want? Justice! What do we want it now?
Or in some cases, calls to disband police departments or even abolish them completely.
This council is going to dismantle this police department.
These demands may sound radical, but they're not new. So what do they actually mean? Let's start with defunding the police. In most instances, this type of reform is less about eliminating police departments and more about reallocating the money that funds them to address the root causes of crime. The Black Lives Matter organization is calling for a national defunding of the police, but the specifics look different in every city. For example, Black Lives Matter LA has proposed a budget that would cut police funding from more than 50% of the total city budget to just under 6%. About a quarter of the new budget would support reimagined community safety. That community safety bucket would fund services like family counseling, gang and domestic violence prevention, and community-led crisis response. Another way a city could execute sweeping overhauls in law enforcement is to disband its police force and rebuild it from scratch. This strategy is rare, but there are a few examples. Camden, New Jersey took this approach in 2012 after crime levels hit record highs. The city laid off its entire staff, overhauled training to emphasize community policing, and rehired about 40% of officers. Since this reform, the Camden County Police Department has seen an 85% drop in excessive force complaints, according to its county director. Finally, the most radical plan for police reform involves abolishing the police altogether. Similar to the defunding approach, most of the activists in this camp are in favor of strengthening social and community services in place of law enforcement. Most organizers advocating for this plan admit it will take a lot of time and societal change before this is a viable option. But many say it's important to keep this goal at the center of the movement for community reform.
Okay. So I'm seeing you guys. Okay, so again, let me reiterate. I think police are underpaid. I think it's a very hard job. At this day and age, I wouldn't want to do it again. Okay, but on one side, we can't say, "Hey, we're here to protect our police. Do not defund our police." And then we have police departments that have body cams and aren't using them. I'm just trying to understand why. Why is that so? Again, I'm not saying I supported Black Lives Movement because I did not, and I did not support defund the police. But here's an article. After racial justice protests, Oklahoma lawmakers push pro-police anti-protest bills. This was March 9th, 2021. I've not read this article, I just now pulled it up. Following the death of George Floyd, thousands of Oklahomans took to the streets last year to advocate for racial justice through a series of protests that were largely peaceful. Instead of heeding calls for serious police reform and bringing more transparency to police misconduct, Oklahoma's GOP-controlled legislature this year is doubling down on its support for local law enforcement. Some Republican legislators have also introduced measures to limit protests, including several bills that seek to protect drivers who hit protesters after demonstrators have increasingly swarmed roadways to paralyze traffic. Okay, yeah, Oklahoma, you took it way far. Like Minnesota, they definitely shut down the streets. But okay, so you fought real hard to keep your guys in blue. What about making sure they're wearing their body camera and having everything that's available to them? Like, I would think that body cameras would be your normal part of the uniform, just like your bulletproof vest would be. I mean, we're in a digital age. Why on earth are they not wearing body cameras? That's what I want to know. I don't understand it. Some Republican legislators have also introduced measures to limit protests that protect drivers from swerving in roadways to paralyze traffic. Senator Kevin Matthews, the Democrat, Tulsa, criticized bills that would allow localities to establish ordinances for citizens to paint blue lines on the streets as a show of support for law enforcement and make it illegal to post personal and threatening information about law enforcement officer online, a practice known as doxing. Matthew, who is black, said the latter could criminalize those who would take photos or videos of instances of police brutality. That's the only way the public knew what happened to Floyd, who died after a Minneapolis police officer put his knee on Floyd's neck for nearly 9 minutes. It is evident this session that the majority caucus is extremely pro-law enforcement without any consideration for those who have been hurt or harmed by law enforcement officers. I was just trying to see if defund the police affected Oklahoma at all, and it's looking like it didn't. It's looking like your state stood up. I like that. Again, why is not all your law enforcement wearing body cams? Senator Paul Razzino, who authorized Senate Bill 6 to prevent the doxing of law enforcement officers, said the legislation would criminalize only those instances in which a photo or video of an officer is posted with the intent to intimidate, stalk, or harass. Razzino, Oklahoma City, said his bill was in response to some local police officers being doxxed around the same time this happened. I don't see where they defunded anything at all. So maybe it's time to ask your county commissioner to show you the budget for the sheriff department and who does the sheriff department's budget. Where's the money going? I would think the sheriff does the budget. But who oversees the sheriff? The county commissioner? Former Senator Darrell Weaver, a former longtime law enforcement officer, police reform is about finding the right balance. Weaver, Republican out of Moore, spent 28 years with the Oklahoma Bureau of Narcotics and Dangerous Drugs Control, eventually retiring as the agency's director. There's nothing good cops dislike more than bad cops, said Weaver, who indicated he had zero tolerance for misconduct when he led the Bureau of Narcotics. Well, I like this guy already. I wonder if he would have hired the DA task force guy. I don't think so. If there's any way we can do police work better with more ethics and more integrity, then I'm on board. I always have been, he said. Weaver introduced legislation this year to allow localities to establish ordinances for citizens to paint blue lines on streets as a show of support of law enforcement. I never knew that. Interesting. He said Senate Bill 8834, which mirrors legislation he introduced in previous years, has nothing to do with recent protests or dust-up of Black Lives Matter, mural painted in Tulsa Greenwood District over the summer. Weaver also introduced Senate Bill 806, which would make it a misdemeanor for protesters to block or restrict traffic on public streets or highways as a result of a riot or unlawful assembly. Critics warn the bill could have a chilling effect on free speech. Weaver said he's a proponent of free speech, but he's concerned blocking roadways could become a hazard for drivers. I don't see anything about like where they got defunded at all, and I like that. But here's some failed attempts to reform. A Tulsa Democrat introduced 2 bills to increase transparency of police misconduct, but the legislation didn't advance in Oklahoma's legislature this year. Rep. Monroe Nichols, who is black, introduced legislation to give Oklahoma's Attorney General authority to investigate police uses of deadly force and keep a database of all disciplinary actions taken against officers for misconduct. Isn't that the Brady Giglio? Isn't that what the Brady Giglio does too? And how do you get off that Brady Giglio list? We need to go over that again too. The bills also would have created a unit within the Attorney General's office to review police policies and recommend improvements. Okay, so they did all this in 2021, but here we are, 2024, and we got a police department that's not using body cam. Let's get it right. Let me get back to you guys and see what you're saying. Ooh. Let's see here. Rock, I'm going to have Mr. Texas Panhandle text your burner phone when he has a chance later this evening. He has a lot to say about Texas County. Oh, nice. I'd like to know why they don't wear body cams. This is a big concern for me. I'm going to back up here and make sure. Yes, we support all lives. Community enforcement would be a complete shit show. The Five Misfits would be running the show there. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. It's crazy, L. Yeah, there is. I think it's Minnesota. They still don't have police there. There was a lot of police departments that got defunded. Seattle was one too. Yes, we need LE more than ever, but we also need body cam more than ever. We're in a digital world, and video don't lie. So if video don't lie, why are we not using body cams? I thought we looked up the Oklahoma regulation. We did. But so how are they still getting away with it? So I looked it up again. I did look it up again. I don't see anywhere where it gives an exception that the sheriff can decide whether or not his people wear body cam or not. But I'm going to show you where they don't wear body cam. That's what I want to know. To Rock Chalk seems suspicious. They're more afraid of their conduct being seen, not that of people unaliving others. Let's go to that video right now. Let me make sure that I haven't caught anything. I know the mods always have it under control. Raise your hand if you've helped someone today. Raise with your hand if you don't care. What? What are you talking about, Gilhole? What was that? You're always so funny. You better behave. You need music. I know. Every time I do music, though, they bum rush me. I always request body cam footage. I love watching body cam footage. You all know that. I watch many body cam footages, and I really do not like it when one cop tells another one to turn off their cam, and kudos to the ones that refuse because no, they are honest. Yeah, so yesterday, if you would have been watching my live, I came across one where a police department pulled over the captain of homicide, drunk. And he kept telling the police officer to shut his body camera off. And the officer kept saying no. And the other police officer was whispering, "Do you know who I am?" Like, it was crazy. Like, I don't think they should be able to choose what they film, what they don't film. It should just be on all the time, except when they're going to the bathroom. Allows corruption. Listen, I think that's why Oklahoma does have so much corruption. I'm going to be honest. If they're not being held accountable for what they're doing out there as law enforcement with a body cam, they can do anything they want. They can have any conversations they want. Also, during this video that I'm fixing to play from just the other day, you can tell the sheriff talks really loud when he wants the camera to hear what he's got to say. But when she tells him that she don't have a radio, he turns his back to the camera to make sure we can't hear what he has to say. So I'm just really, I got a lot of questions. Rock Chalk, what do you think of T-Roy buying cheap hot dogs? Boots Underground, you know what I think about that? I think if you make another comment about somebody, some other creator, you're gone. And I want that comment deleted, please. Somebody delete that comment. I'll get it. I got it. We don't talk about other creators in here unless it's me. Got it? Thank you. You might not have meant anything by it, but we're going to be respectful. Now, what we do in shenanigans, that's all on me. Boots on the ground, you're not new here. I don't even, really? Okay, I got my eye on you, boots underground. So just all of a sudden today, and you're new here and you don't know how to delete your comments, well, guess what? You're new here and you're gone from here. Everybody say goodbye to Boots Underground. They didn't last long. Bye, Boots. You're gone. Okay, on to the program. Every comments. Yeah, Boots is new. And Boots is gone. See you, Boots. These boots are made for walking. And that's just what we did. These boots just walked all over you. How you like that? And thank you to the mod that looked it up so quickly. But I had a film. Okay, we're going to go to this again. Look at every police officer in this body camera, or in this video. Take your Dramamine. Love to sing it. I suck at singing, but I do love to sing. I want you to show me one body camera on any of these.
Yeah, we were like, I don't know if we want me to get this. We did. Well, you guys don't. A car in a ditch.
I'm going to make sure it's as big as I can get it.
I can believe it.
Okay. Then,
Not letting people in now, not yet.
can I not fast forward it when I make it that big?
Yeah. I was wondering that too. The last time we talked.
Okay, I'm going to try to fast forward it for you.
You're nervous.
There we go. I want you to pay attention to the police officers and their body cams. And we're going to go to the last one too. Actually, did we already miss the sheriff part? Because I wanted to show you that too. I wanted to show you where she tells him she don't have a radio. Okay. I'll try not to go so fast. Is anybody scanning the people that's already going in? I don't know. Because the camera's not showing it. And it was pouring rain. Well, we know she don't got a body camera on. She's got that big ass coat on.
Y'all are in line. You guys are in. Why are you shirley for It's not okay. They told you it's cold.
you. Morning. Kind of chilly today. Well, you know, a little chilly, a little bit. Thank you. How are you this morning? Good. Oh, yeah, I know. More drive. Yeah, was it pretty bad? Just that area, like, really kind of well. Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
we're gonna
yeah,
forward.
Yeah.
See, Dillhole's having fun with being timed out. Listen, these new people that come in, I don't know who you are and what you're trying to do, but we're not playing today. The mods ain't playing. None of us are playing. I gotta find a spot where Sheriff Foley comes up too, and she tells him she don't have a camera. That was really or radio. Not only do they not have cameras on, they don't have a radio. She don't have a radio. See where he comes up at. Remember, he comes with that big old thing on, the brain thing. Back here. Because this guy's cold and wants the rain smog. But maybe he'll turn around to see if he has a body cam. Okay, there goes the dizziness again. You see a spot where a body cam goes. There's no body cam. Look, no body cam. There's no body cam. Okay. Here comes the sheriff right here. Is this on? It's coming then. I want you guys to pay attention. He talks loud for the camera and does his usual laugh. Then he's talking to the girl with the white headband on. She informs him she don't even have a radio. There's Guyman police right there. No body cam. They have a spot for body cam, but they don't have it on. Look, a spot. Hold on. Look right there. See right there? That holds a body cam. Can you guys see that? Can you guys see my cursor at all? I can't tell. But if you look at this picture that I've got it stopped at, look, no body camera, but there's the holder. You guys see that? Tell me yes if you see it. Okay, so that's what holds the body cam. If you look on every officer, this is part of their vest, but you won't find one body camera on there. Oh, the Misfits, no, there's no body cam. And all conversations with the Misfits should be recorded. So let's go on. And now, mind you, he's joking around. Oh, he puts tobacco in his mouth and goes in the building, which I could care less about that, but he does do it twice on live camera. And he talks real loud when he knows the camera is filming. And then as soon as he finds out she don't have a radio, he turns his back to the camera where you can't hear him. Yeah, I notice everything. He'll come back right here. Again, there is no body camera on the sheriff or this deputy. Let's keep going. This is where he's telling her what he wants her to do, and she's saying she don't have a radio. Let me back that up so you can hear it just right.
don't have radio.
Did you guys hear that?
I gave it.
Did you hear that? I don't have a radio, and I gave it to. Did you guys hear that? Did you hear her tell him she don't have a radio and she gave it to somebody? This is the main person running the front door. Don't you think she would need a radio? Because I do.
I don't have radio. I gave it to
Okay, see how he's talking about her not having a radio and now he's turned where you can't hear him? Is anybody else noticing that? Did you guys see that? He don't want you guys to know she don't have a radio, and he's talking to her about not having a radio. What the hell's going on here? Star 67, do you want out of here? Because you're fixing to find your way out real quick. As a matter of fact. Goodbye. Listen, I ain't in the mood. If we're gonna come in here acting and playing jokes, come to the shenanigans. I'll tell you what the hell I think about you. But you're not going to do it in a respected channel when we are going over this stuff. But I'll have a shenanigans and you can bring your ass right to that. How about that? Back to here. Star 67 was timed out. I thought did I not completely get rid of them? Man, you mods are good. Thank you, mods, for everything. Let's keep going over this. If you've already seen the video and you don't want to go over it again, that's okay. Go watch something on TV. I won't be mad at you. But don't be in here mouthing off stuff because I won't tolerate that either. Okay, yeah, you don't need a radio.
No, I'll just see it. I can see it.
Seems like they're not taking these 5 years from what they did. Like, is this every day at the office? What's going on here? Okay, we're going to fast forward. If anybody can pinpoint a body cam, let me know. And I do know that Guyman wears their body cam, but not in this. And I noticed there's one, looks like an Oklahoma trooper, and we got Guyman police, and we've got sheriffs working.
Feel sorry for whoever's up on the roof.
Got one guy on the roof that is running a drone.
I got my pants like a shower head on the
Okay, we're going to skip a little further. And we're going to go to every one. I'm going to show you every one. And also, there is no shackles, foot shackles on these 5. Why? You got 5 people that murdered 2 women, and they're not shackled. Their feet is completely free to do whatever they want to do. This is crazy. I'm going to go ahead and speed up. Here they come in. Pay attention. See what you see. Let me know. We'll make it as big as we can. Oops, that didn't make it very big. Shackles for her. No body cam. Look. Check it out. Hold on. Stop. He's got his little buckle. It's a little bit. His is in a different spot as to where he'd wear his body cam. You would think of all times when they would wear their body cam is in this high profile case. And I'm going to stop it for you to look and see where his body cam goes. Okay, Doberman Spencer, no shackles because of the rain. Bullshit. Bullshit. I call bullshit on that. And besides that, it's not even, look, they're standing out there. It's not raining. That's a lame excuse. Okay. Right here. He's got his right here. You see it? It's where he keeps it on his stuff. I know that some of you are lagging, so I'm giving it a minute. But right here is where his body camera should be. No body camera. Zilch. Thank you for answering me, D. Crew.
Is there anything you want to say to the victim, Tiffany?
No body cam? No body cam. Let's keep going. Anybody spot a body cam on these two sheriff officers? Now remember, they're escorting 5 people that murdered 2 women. Don't you think everything should be taped that has to do with these people? I mean, I'm just going to say, this is a YouTube channel. This is my opinion. It's for entertainment purposes only. But what if we got a misfit that's part of here? Yeah, we got a lot of trolls in here. Just zap them. What if this is... What if one of these officers is a misfit? Wouldn't you want to know what conversations are being had in the car? Because I do. I do want to know. I want to know every conversation. And we can get them. We can get the body cameras. Maybe that's why they don't wear them. It's because Oklahoma allows you to get the body cams. Interesting, huh? Ignore the trolls. That's why there's wrenches. They'll get them. Let's go on. Okay. A regular city police officer here. This guy is city. No body cam. See, his body cam's been removed. And we all know that Guyman City Police wear their body cam. Where's his body cam at? Okay. No body cam. See? There's a better picture. There's the holder. Right there. The holder's right there. Holder's right there. No body cam. Why?
Chad, is it true you're still conducting business in jail?
And he's a city police. See that? He's Guyman Police and he took his body cam off. Why? Why is that? See here. Let's check this one out. Another city police. See that body cam? And look at that face. You should screenshot that face. That is a wicked face right there. He is breaking his eyeballs to look at something hard. Very, very hard. Can't tell me that these guys don't have something planned. Something's up. I love you too, Dillhole.
Chad, is it true you're still conducting business in jail?
We're just looking for body cams, guys. Another city PD. His body camera is right here, the holder. Listen, folks, if you're family members and you're watching this, or these are your friends that got murdered and you're watching this, y'all need to be demanding that they wear body cameras. I can't do it for you. I can only make you aware. But again, this is a city of Guyman, which we know wear a body cam, and his holder's empty. There's no body camera there. Why is there no body camera? This is BS. No shackles, no body camera, a paper clip found on the ground. It's just crazy. And this cameraman, dude, we appreciate the live mic and shit, but you sure can give me notes. And I am going to tag. I'm going to do that real quick. Tag this. I need to teach the mods how they can tag stuff. Drop it the link for me. So you just share. Just go here and copy. Since we are using their video, let's go down here. I'm going to drop it in the box. We appreciate the fair use of their video.
Say what? Say what? Yeah. Oh no.
Oh, Buffalo Gal.
You okay?
Hold on. Buffalo Gal. I saw and I watched to see if I could see Heath. He has not started work yet, but I am following that channel or that church on Facebook. And I was up. I got up at 6 this morning. I was up. I didn't see Heath in there at all. Is there some reason why he's not back to work? What did you hear, or would you rather not repeat it? If not, message it to me, because I'm curious. Yeah, it does appear they're making the rules as they go. But we got 5 murder suspects with no bond. Judge gave them no bond. They're all looking at the death penalty possibly. So they got nothing to lose. Mods, you're doing great. Here's what I shared. That's the Channel 10 news. Okay, what does this mean? If they up to something, the women family could take care of it, in my opinion. Blondie, you got to go. I don't even know who you are. We don't take the law into our own hands. What are you talking about? That comment's got to go. I see you already got it. Well, you guys are on top of it. Listen, if you got nothing better to do on a Sunday than to come in here and be a dumbass, you're just going to find yourself removed. It's okay. We got some snipers in here. I back the blue 100%. I back the blue too. But I also, serial moderation, you're new here. Tell me why they don't have body cameras on. That's all I'm asking. But why don't they have body cameras on? That's what I want to know. That's where we're at with this. Why no body cameras?
How's your lens?
No shackles, no body cameras. This is every day at the courthouse, right? These people are nobody, even though 5 people are accused of murdering 2 women. I don't understand.
So yeah, they just going in. So yeah. Thanks, brother. You all right, man? I think so.
Okay, so they're all in. I'm going to speed it up. Again, no body cam, no body cam, no body cam, no body cam. There's just no body cam. Do they have cams going in the car too? That's what part of your law is. That they have dash cams, they have inside cams, and they have body cams. And look, we're having a party over here. There is 5 people inside accused of murder. You got a cult supposedly in that area, and all 5 of these are just bullshit right here. In defense, the guy in the green, he looks like he's EMS or something, fire department. But he acts like he's throwing a softball here in a minute. Why aren't they patrolling the parking lot? They have no concern that these 5 are going to try to get away. Body cams, or they're satellite based, I think. I don't know. I know that like ours, the officers can't even get to them. They're in the cloud. There's no way of stopping it. So Mouse, if you looked it up, what did you come up with? Because I'm fixing to show you what I come up with. And we love Mouse. Mouse is always very good. We're going to watch him come back out. Again, we're looking for body cam. Look, that guy just threw the softball. Look, he just missed it. Every day at the Texas County Courthouse, this is a regular day. We don't got 5 people accused of murder in here. It's just every day. It's an everyday day. Acts like he's throwing a softball. Again, no body cam. Look, hold on. Oh crap, I'm too slow. Hold on. Look, there's a really good picture. Looky here. No body cam. What do you think Tad's looking at? My husband says he's looking on the roof. What do you guys think Tad's looking at here? No body cam. Got no body cam. What's he looking at? Look at these eyeballs. He's looking. My husband says it's on the roof. He's looking on the roof or something on the roof. What do you guys think? Let me finish playing this. I don't know what you're saying, Sheila C., but we'll go back and look at it, okay? Remember, these guys got nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. They're looking at the death penalty. And look at him, look. As soon as this is over, I will let legal up. Not one body cam. Look. Look at this guy. Body camera removed. Guyman Police, City Police of Guyman. Body cameras removed. Actually, I want to screenshot this. Give me just a minute. I'm going to screenshot it. That's actually a really good picture right there. I'm going to send that to the Attorney General. Now, I've already downloaded this video, so I have it. Just in case somebody tries to get it taken down. We already have it. Because I find big boo-boos here. You are putting your officers at risk. You are putting the community at risk. There's no reason why you shouldn't be wearing body cams. Okay, this video is almost over and I'll drop the link. But I also want to show you what's on the ground. And you tell me what these people just walked by here. See the blue handicap? They just walked through there. Watch what the cameraman catches. But I caught it too. I find it really strange. I don't believe in coincidences. Come on, boy, get your camera straightened out. Here we go. Guys, see that? See it right there? Where do you think that paperclip came from? You think it came out of the sky when it was raining? And that paperclip just fell there? Strange, huh? Nothing seems normal about this case. Nothing. Okay, that's the end of that. So let me get back to the StreamYard and drop the link. Okay, now let me back up. Yeah, he was really checking it out, creepy. Hello, Curious George. Welcome to everybody. Yeah, I pulled it up and I'm going to show you that. Yes, that paperclip, small but mighty. Somebody dropped that paperclip. Do they have another one? Do they have another paperclip? When there's one, there's probably more, right? And where'd they get that paperclip? That's what I'm curious about. Like, am I the only one concerned with? I said, hello, Curious George. Glad you're here. I'm just saying. Am I the only one that's worried that there might be an ambush? And I mean, now we have no body cam. We have a train. We have a jail on the other side from the courthouse. And now we're even more lax today. We don't even got shackles on our feet. No shackles on our feet. Like, these are your everyday mom and dads. Do we not have murderers in the house here? At least they're being accused of murder. And I did drop the link for legal counsel. This is a good community deal hole. We're all here for Veronica and Jilian. And we're going to make sure justice happens. But if there is an ambush or an escape, we know how secure the border is. And listen, there ain't nobody stopping anybody from going over the border, I can guarantee it. Because they're not stopping them from coming here across the border. I don't believe that, legal counsel. I don't believe that at all. So now I do know you're a troll. Because it is by law that you have to have them. Yeah, I don't even know who you are, but you make no sense. I wouldn't hire you if you was an attorney. No. No. I'm going to disagree with you, legal counsel, all the way. That's not true. Let me pull something else. Let me show you. Okay, what we have here is, what is the law with law enforcement in Oklahoma as far as body cam? Oklahoma law requires that all non-supervisor police officers wear and activate body-worn cameras while on patrol in most situations, during voluntary contact with people in public places, before detaining someone or using force, before exiting their patrol car on a high-priority call, during pursuits of sobriety tests, when in contact with someone who is uncooperative or agitated, when they're asked by a supervisor, continuously while performing their duties. See right here, this continuously while performing their duties. That would be every situation, because they're there to protect and serve, which is their whole 8 or 12-hour shift, right? So continuously while performing their duties. So yeah. In a way that digitally records all audio and video images of their contact with any person. That's the state of Oklahoma. However, officers may turn off their BWCs to avoid personal information that is not case related when working on a related assignment or during administrative, tactical, or management discussions. Officers also do not need to wear or activate a BWC if they are working undercover. Well, I don't think any of these guys are working undercover. Let's see what Oklahoma City says. Do they wear body cameras? Let's see here. All non-supervised Oklahoma City police officers use body-worn cameras on patrol. Read our policies here. Okay, we'll read your policy. The Oklahoma City Police Department utilizes body-worn cameras to improve openness, transparency, and public confidence in the performance of law enforcement functions. Body-worn cameras provide unbiased documentation of law enforcement activities, including traffic enforcement, public contacts, emergency responses, and critical incidents. These recordings may increase the level of detail in police department records, reports, and employee testimony, thereby providing valuable information to the judicial system. While utilizing body-worn cameras, the department will maintain confidentiality and privacy interests of persons and employees consistent with state and federal laws. And then it goes on to say when a body-worn camera shall be activated. Each officer shall activate his or her body camera under the following circumstances. Voluntary contact. Only in a public place or place where the public and the officer have a right to be. If a voluntary contact is initiated in a location where a person has a reasonable expectation of privacy and one of the criteria listed in numbers 2 through 9 below do not apply, the officer shall receive consent from the person prior to continuing to record the voluntary contact. 2. Prior to any investigative detention, mental health detention, traffic or vehicle stop, and custodial arrest. Prior to use of force. Prior to initiating any Code 3 response. Prior to exiting the police vehicle on a Priority 1 or Priority 2 call. When conducting a standardized field sobriety test. While transporting, while transporting, guarding, or coming into contact with any person who becomes uncooperative, agitated, combat, threatening, or makes statements, his or her arrest, protective custody, for the purpose of documenting a dying declaration, or when directed by a supervisor. Like, they should have it on all the time. So that's what they say. Should be on all the time. So let's go back to the other. Your short title. Let's go here. Let me check out StreamYard again. Okay. I think the paperclip is just a distraction to see what they can get away with and create diversions to prepare for something bigger. Nobody's brought up that paperclip that I've seen. Have you? Has anybody seen that paperclip brought up? Absolutely, you could use a paperclip to get handcuffs off. I mean, you would have to be really good at it, but hey, I don't put anything past anybody. What's the next move? I agree. I don't think so. I don't think Bojangles. I'm going to disagree on that too. I don't think that Tad is looking around because he's looking to see if somebody's going to get him. I think he's looking for his buddies. We're talking about 5 people that are looking at the death penalty here. And the family's inside. When you go to court inside to watch the court testimony, you have to stay in that room, in the courtroom, until the prisoners are gone. They don't even unlock the door to let you out. So, just FYI. They lock the doors and you can't get out. You have to wait till they're completely gone. Nothing is normal about this case. We have judges that will recuse from cases way less than this one because they know someone in the case. Maybe that's not a thing in Oklahoma. It's crazy. I agree with you. We also know what all police was there the day the car was found. And there's a gag order out there. And we know one of them supposedly has been talking to a YouTube channel. If that's true what the YouTube channel's saying, I don't think they would lie about it. And he was there the day the car was found. He's on the list. I'm shocked it hasn't been moved either. I don't know what we got to do to get it moved, but I think we need to get it moved, guys. Okay, Mouse. They should still have their body cameras on. Listen, for one, I've never seen a judge ask them to remove their body cameras. Okay, that's number one. They could tell them to shut them off, and they can shut them off. But transporting prisoners, why don't they have them on? I mean, I would assume that would be an occasion that they could actually shut the body cameras off is during court. But we watch a lot of body cam on this channel. There's a lot of body cam down in the courtroom. So I can't see the judge asking them not to wear a body camera when they're transporting prisoners. And not only that, what if something happens to one of the prisoners? That needs to be on video. It's for everybody's safety. I agree with this comment. In all due respect, do you think that the families of the 2 murdered women have been through a lot? Do you think that, given the super serious nature of this case? I agree, Raven. Agree. Cat is very suspicious. I agree. Long list of clients. Okay, well, where's your clients at? Where's your law degree from? Just curious. And listen, most people that's in the legal field don't name themselves legal counsel. I mean, seriously. So, I'm going to go through here. I agree 1,000% with that one. Bullshit. My opinion. I agree. They are wrong. They're gone. They're not in here no more. Most attorneys don't name themselves legal counsel anyway, so. Legal counsel can go to another channel. Go do the Idaho 4 case, okay? I think you're better off over there. Yes, I agree, Elf. Body cams are my shiz. What's that mean? Another poopa stank? You're new. You're new here. Got a lot of children in the chat. It's okay. Either way, you guys got them. You got the wrenches. Get them. It's okay. Troll on. Because Dillhole's got the major wrench now. And he will definitely beat you too, just like the rest of the mods. Hey, he wanted to whack-a-mole, so I gave him a wrench so he could whack-a-mole. No, I don't think they're legit at all. I really don't. That's my opinion. And they don't go trolling through YouTube channels. Much love to everybody that's here. To your trolls, hey, I don't care if you're here either. But you're not going to be in comments making stupid remarks. Okay, well, for one, Michelle, for one, you are the one gang stalking, okay? You are the one that sits there and cries like a little bitch, and you're attacking everybody. Do we have to go over your videos and the shenanigans? Is that what we got to do, Michelle? Because no Kool-Aid, that's you. You can't hide, Michelle. We know who you are. And you are the one that is out attacking everybody. You're in it with J-Rod. You're fighting with him. You're always fighting with Lana. And Lana does a good job. You're in it with Van Life. You're in it with New York State. Like, I could name 12 that you're fighting with. And you are crying wolf. Get out of here. You're gone too. Ain't nobody watching your stupid show. But I do have a live reaction in my shenanigans just for you tonight. I got you. Got you. So glad you wanted to step in. We know you're always out there watching. How much money are you making, Michelle? How much money are you making? How many people's donating to your little show? Guarantee you none. None. Nobody wants to give to your little channel. And you can't even keep a channel. How about that? You can't even keep a channel. Last I knew, you weren't even supposed to have a YouTube account. You'll never be monetized, and you know it. They already gave you that letter. And you only keep a channel for a couple weeks. Why is that? We'll stick with J-Rod. How about that? We like him. We'll stick with him. Back to the show here. So we saw no body cameras. Oh, this is the other thing. Let me do this real quick. We're going to go to the last one. No body cameras. We're going to do this real quick. I hope I didn't make super weirdo uncomfortable today. She got her boxing gloves out. Is she going to hit the screen? I'm just curious. I'll show you that video too. When crazy gets crazy, that's how it happens, I guess. Okay, here was a month ago. We'll go through this one very quickly. How are we doing in chat, guys? Just know she will make an account real quick, so show your face, not your waist. What's that mean? Don't even have a clue what that means. It was a metal paper clip. For one, I don't have to show my face. For two, why are you here? I'm looking through the comments. Hold on. I think Tad's looking for a way to get free, in my opinion. I agree. Tad's looking for a way to get free, in my opinion. Yeah, I need a cigarette. Hey, if this is what they enjoy doing, I enjoy timing them out. It's like kindergarten. Yep, you're timed out because you can't act right. You get all of 14 people watching your channel, and so you got to come in and just act like a fool. Yeah, my husband says absolutely 1,000% he was looking at the building. So. He was there. He was not there at the court, no, but he was there the day the car was found. Yeah, he was seriously looking. That wasn't a scared look. By no means was that a scared look like he was worried about somebody shooting his ass. No. That was not a scared look. That was let me tell my people on the phone where to pick me up at. What? Why? What I don't understand to some of the trolls, why would you post some of the things that you're posting in here? I'm going through and looking just because. Why would you post "Give me liberty" or "Give me unaliving"? Makes no sense. Like, you sound like you're stupid. You don't sound like a very smart person. And I don't like to call people dumb, but I think you're not the sharpest tool in the shed. They're definitely hoping for a chance to run. Seems cops are trying to present, an opportunity. I get it. Yes, we do, Sheila. We got some good guard dogs in the house. The mods have full reign. They need to always be testing their sniper skills anyway. Long-time lurker. So we'll be watching you, long-time lurker. Listen, I know a lot of people, especially guys, I know you're in the back and you don't come up and you don't say anything. I have no problem with that. I have no problem with people who hide out in the back. What I do have a problem with is we are talking about two women who lost their lives and the security of how they're going through security, what they're doing. Yeah, if you don't, I agree with you. If you don't like what I have to say, why are you here? Like, why are you taking up space? Okay, I made it through all that. We're going to the other. Just going to one more thing and then we're going to be done here. Gosh, time gets out of the way so quick. Sorry, guys. We're already on 2 hours. I'm just going to go over this one more time real quick. No, we've seen it before, but I want it in this video. This is from the last time, okay? We'll see that there's no body cameras again.
That's a good thing we didn't take each other on that day.
Can we go in? Are you with news? Are you with
No. I'm
okay, that can't go in there then. Okay, that has to stay in there. Any watches, any cell phones, you can't take iPhones, Fitbits, all those need to stay in your car. Cell phones need to stay in the car.
And by all means, don't have a
Anything
body
you take,
camera on.
messages, photos, or anything like that. Okay, and then jackets also have to stay in. Oh! Yeah.
Or it's a little warm up there anyway.
Well, yeah, probably so. We probably need it.
Let's fast
Okay, I'll
forward.
go ahead and get you scan over here. And then you guys, you can go in.
Again, I just want to show there's no body cams. Oh, where we at here? This guy, there's where his body camera would go. He was the one earlier that had his back kind of to us. We couldn't see it. No body cam. We've already been over this one 1,000 times. This is the one that some people get scanned, some don't. Some people get to wear their jackets, some had to take their jackets back. Like, I don't really understand any of that stuff. Trying to get to the first one being brought in. Can you hear the shackles? Because I can hear them in this one.
Any words for the victims' families? Any words for your grandchildren?
Hear the shackles? Definitely had shackles on there. Let's go to the next one. But just the way they're just carrying on, like, it's no big deal. Like, they're bullshitting. This is every day at the office. Got a group over here. Why are they not spread out? Why is everybody together? Why were they together? See what I'm saying? Nobody looks concerned. Nothing. Like, our city would be taking this as really top priority. Also confused why the jacket and hoodie rule changed this time. I know. Agree. This one's for the children. I don't know who you are, but I agree. Body cam. Should have body cam. Let me fast forward this. We know there's a train that is in between the jail and here. Oh, that was the other thing. You could hear a train at the end of the last one. And that's when the 5 suspects pulled away. You could hear the train. And it's not a truck horn. We played it over and over and over and over. It's not a semi-truck horn. It is a train.
Do you have a basis in octave?
There was definitely a train. I'm going to fast forward it a bit. We're almost done. But Brian Hinton's saying they had shackles on. They didn't the last time, but they did the time before. Now they did move that barricade out across the alley, and it looks like they put all police cars or police employees' cars in the parking lot, so there was no parking for the public. You know how I know they were police cars? Because they were all backed in. I'll show you that too. So it's open to the court, but they made it real hard for people to get to the court. No body cam. You see, no body cam. Over here, no body cam. They got a spot on their uniform for body cam. Kind of a wasted spot, right? And this guy's hat says he's drug task force. He's DA task force. His drawers are slipping, hanging down. Somebody wants to run. I wonder how fast he can run. I'm just curious. These two guys look like they can run. They can chase somebody. They look pretty fit to me. This guy coming up, I'm not so sure. This guy. His shirt's hanging over his duty belt. And they're gonna zoom in on that patch. Watch who it is. It's not Kevin though. But they're gonna zoom in on that patch. Check it out. District Attorney Task Force. You see that? He is part of the District Attorney Task Force. Pretty interesting, isn't it? Just in case you didn't know what their uniforms look like, there you go. District Attorney Task Force. So glad he's dressed nice and proper and clean today. Here's him hanging down. This man's in new uniforms. He's pulled his pants up. With all the money, the taxpayer money we got, it's like, surely we could supply all these people with everything that they need. They need to be transparent with the public, and that's body camera.
Just a little bit.
So who's going to go down and find out?
I think we're going to be standing
Yeah,
here
body
for a
camera.
while.
Who's going to talk to the commissioner? Find out where that money goes. Who's in control of it? Who's their own body camera? I'm going to hit News Channel 10 up too. I bet they ain't noticed there's no body cams. I might even text. I might text Laura Ingle and Ashton Banfield since they messaged me so many times, and I do have the number.
It's like one of the original.
Cover some real news. Let's get some police officers on here that explain what kind of danger is here. Do we got anybody that's in the chat that's a police officer? Are you seeing? Are you seeing what we're seeing? Do you hear the train? Listen to that train. Can you hear the train? Just curious. I don't know who Gina from West Virginia is. Deep Groove, I do not know Gina from West Virginia. But if they're not causing the problem, they can be here. As soon as they start causing the problem. Gina, if you're here for the good reason, welcome to the family. We have 2 women that was murdered. We got 5 people in custody. And this case is a long way from being over. Let's give big shout outs to the mods today. You were tested and you won. You're the best.
Anything for the victims' families?
No body cams. Hear the shackles? Because I can hear them. You hear them hitting the ground. So we show how important and how lax the security is, so they go and take the shackles off the feet because of a little rain? I don't think so. And then they bring not just one at a time, they bring all 5. I'll never understand that. Never understand it. Talked to a couple of my friends as judges in Wichita. That won't happen in their court either. Oklahoma, you got strange stuff going on.
You had some music.
Listen, I know law enforcement is a hard job. I wouldn't want to do it these days.
I would have brought a book.
Shout out to the good law enforcement out there. You are appreciated. We do back our people in
Are
blue.
my sticks in your way? No, you're good.
But a good law enforcement
Don't
officer,
hesitate to
they
tell
want
me.
that body cam too. What if somebody goes to sue you and says you did something that you shouldn't have? That's where that body camera would come into play.
After all, we can be gentlemen about this.
In the last video that this guy did, he started singing. We know Cora's coming because her attorney's there. It's kind of weird how they act. Oh crap, I went too far. Here we go. No comments. We're just going to have no comments. You can hear the shackles.
Any comments today?
No body cam. I think you guys get the drift. There's just one more thing I want to bring up. So, to legal justice and everybody else that thought they were the smart ones tonight, here's what they call the short title. Okay? And it's been revised since then, I'm sure. But this was the House bill of 2006. Okay? It's called the Guardian System. And it's about keeping everybody safe, the family safe. You can go and read it. I'm not going to read every bit of it to you. But let's go down here to number 3. It just says a peace officer means a full-time, duly appointed or elected officer who's paid more than 25 hours. Okay? And then it goes down here. They call it the Guardian System. Guardian System means a device permanently installed in a law enforcement unit or watercraft that digitally records audio and visual images during the performance of his or her duties as a peace officer. A Guardian System shall include, but not limited to, dash cameras, wireless microphones, and video devices worn by peace officers during the performance of his or her duties, which operate independently on a conscious basis in the law enforcement unit and from the personal body camera of the peace officer. This is your law. This is Oklahoma's law. And it's called the Guardian System. And it says you must wear body camera. It also helps them with performance of his or her duties. Means a peace officer in a law enforcement unit equipped with the Guardian System, whose duties are to enforce the laws of the state or any municipal code, and shall not include any peace officer is being compensated for his or her services by a private entity. Okay, guys. You can go back and read this, but it talks all about the guardian system, and that's for every police officer in Oklahoma. I don't see it where it says sheriff can make their own rules, so we'll be finding that out. But I really have a problem with no body cams. Let's see here. And, almost just want to request your dash cams to see if you're using them. Maybe we should do that. We should request the dash cams from the transportation, from to and from the jail, just to see if they're even running their dash cams. Curious. And we might be able to see the train on the dash cam. Let me dig into that. Because I know who to call to ask and where to send the email to, because it's the same place that I get the court documents. So, will I be surprised if they don't have the dash cams on? Actually, I will. I will be really surprised. I'm already surprised about the body cams. Yeah, well, if I had a brother typewriter, I'd say yeah, but no, I didn't type that known caller. I have no clue. No clue. That's in their. That's the Oklahoma way. That's in their records, not mine. It's called the short title. Let me bring it back up for you, just so you know. Oklahoma does things really weird. It's not my problem. You would have to discuss that with the legislator there. I can't help it. They're using old typewriters if that's what they're doing. But there you go. This is in their law books. This is not something I typed. Go look up House Bill 2640. And the person who wrote this was Morset, whoever that is. And it's the second session of the 50th legislature. What do you think about that, huh? And it's under here, under the state of Oklahoma. Okay? See the Oklahoma legislator? All I did is did that, and it's under OK legislator, government. It's state of Oklahoma, and it pulls it up. So hopefully that makes you happy. You see that? It's real easy. Just Google it. OklahomaLegislator.gov. It says state of Oklahoma, and you can pull it up right there. And it tells you all about the body cams and everything else. So, but nice remarks. I wish I had a brother typewriter. Got rid of that a long time ago. But I wish I still had one. Yeah. Yeah, it makes you wonder how protected is CW. Well, Dougie Fresh, you might be lost because you have not been following this case. And now's probably not a time to follow it. I know you guys are having fun with the trolls. Listen, the mods don't get to time people out very often because you guys are always usually really, really good. So you always know when you got trolls in here. Good grief, trolls. Think about the families of these victims before making comments. So disrespectful and downright sad. Elle, you are correct, but that's why we got the super fast wrenches in here. It's so funny. I don't know. Your legislators, boy. I'd talk to them about the double space and their typewriter stuff. Yeah, I think I will ask to get it. I'd like to hear the conversation during the transport, too. Well, to the families of the victims, We got you. And we'll keep governing this. Sometimes you just get people that got nothing better to do. That's why shenanigans will be fun. Hi, Rubicon. It's been a minute. I hope you're okay. Will we ever get justice? You want to know what I think will happen? Y'all are going to get mad at me, but let me tell you what I think is going to happen. Everybody has a right to a speedy trial. Very easily, they could come in and do a grand jury indictment. With that grand jury indictment, that would skip a pretrial. And then, because I want to see a pretrial. What a pretrial does is they start showing part of the evidence so the judge can say they can move forward. That's pretty much what a grand jury indictment does too. And so it takes out the pretrial. So then at that point, most of the time, it happened to Kohlberger. He had to give up his right to a speedy trial. And it's usually a secret grand jury. You won't even know what's happening. It's hanging good. Why are you here? How's yours hanging? We're hanging good here. We're still home. We love you too, Al. Let's see here. Oh, 12-hour shifts. Well, that's got to be long. Well, maybe you're on a break now. There you go. Okay, so we went over the body cams. We're going to see if we can't get dash cams, see if they're actually doing it. Again, thank you to the mods. You're the best. Rubicon, glad you're here too. We've missed you. I know you've been working a lot. You just said it. To the trolls, happy trolling. Like, if that's what you enjoy doing, that's why there's wrenches here. But you do know that you can be traced back. Like, we can trace to who is sending them. Where's Dad at when we need him? We need Dad in here. Always be the best you. Again, don't worry about the trolls to the family. We will definitely still stay on this case. We are going to see it all the way to the end. All the way to probably what I believe will be the death penalty. Yes, we need our dad. If this was your first time, which it probably wasn't, if you have not hit the thumbs up, please do. If you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell. Anytime we go live, you'll get to see it. Michelle, we know you're always hanging in the back. This is not the show to do it on, but we'll make one just for you at night because we know you're up all the time. So, and you are the gang stalker, and I do believe we can prove that. Between Holly's petition and everything else, and we all know that you can only be on like 2 weeks and then YouTube gets you, and you just have so many different names. So how do you expect anybody to take you seriously? I do think that you are a good creator when you're not acting silly and stupid. Like, do it. I personally suggest, again, for the 50th time, that you have a mental evaluation because you do have talent. You mess it up on yourself. Then you blame everybody else. You would still have your original channel and all the stuff if you didn't lose your cool so easily. So maybe go take some time and get some help in how to react to things, and then you might just have a productive channel because you're not going to pay your bills on 12, 14 people, and nobody's going to stick around for the craziness. So with that said, I'm going to continue to be the best me. Yes, prayers for Wrangler. We want Wrangler to do good. We want the families to do good, and we love Grandma Deb. Yes, we do. I need to call her. I ain't talked to her in a minute. But we do care about the families. We care about justice. And so, and we also want to make sure says the person was 70. Yeah, so there's 70. It's a Sunday night. Go read yours. Go read yours compared to how many views there is. And actually, I don't care if there was 4, to be honest with you, Dr. Shed, or you might be dead. I wouldn't care if there was 4 in here. Because I do this because I want the truth. And I want to see this all the way through. So, and actually there's 72 in here. But again, it don't matter if there's 4 or 72. I would still do this channel. I'm just saying, I don't have just 14. Because why? Nobody does silly things like you do. You can always tell when it's her posting. Okay, guys. Bye to the trolls. Have a good evening. Thanks to the mods. You were great. And we shall talk soon. Much love. Be your best self. You rock. Well, Elle, you rock too. Much love. What is the trolls going to do now? They'll just go find another place that's live and harass another channel. That's what they do. Good night, girly girl. I love you all back. Have a great night. Prayers for the children that was involved in all this. There's a lot of them. Everybody take care of yourselves.